And it looks like we're live. We did it. Welcome everybody to the KicknGravel Bitcoin market update. I am Aaron. Today is Monday, November 19th, 2018. We're about ready to jump into the markets. Let's go. Right now, current market cap is at 161 billion with a B billion dollars. We're down about 20 billion from yesterday. Not good, not good. Let's move into Bitcoin, shall we? Yesterday we were up here talking about this green. We had a sell-off and I gave a little warning, and let me see what I said here. As we zoom into the 1 hour, because we don't normally do this, but I just wanted to point something out to you. Okay, we got a big sell-off. It sells off even harder, and then we got a bunch of sideways action, right? And then we get this wick. Okay, this wick is highly suspicious. Okay, I mean, you can follow these wicks if you want, but if your indicators say don't buy it yet, then don't buy it, because most likely this is a market fake out. And I'll tell you why. What happens is it trades sideways, the market wicks up, and everybody who doesn't know how to trade is all excited and buys in. Then they get dumped on, and the price gets pushed down, down, down. Now, it doesn't happen every time, but it happens sometimes. For example, let's move over here. We'll just keep moving on. All right. So yesterday I talked about that, and bam, we got moving on to the 1 hour chart that I had up. Let's squish it down so we can kind of see what the chart did look like when I was presenting. I was talking about this right here coming up and being kind of dangerous. Let's move it. I think I was using Fibonacci candles. Maybe that was it. I can't remember. I might have been the regular candles. Anyway, so this ended up dumping, and it was a fake out. It turned out to be a fake out. So yeah, we've just been watching this and kind of observing, just holding on to cash. So I think it's a bit confusing for folks because they're not really sure how it's going for me, or how I trade. Basically, I have two sets of trades. I have the philosophy of the hodler stack, which is absolutely getting ruined right now, where I have accumulated coins, and every time I see a nice pump, and I sell at the top, and then on the dump I try to buy back in some more, with the just to acquire more coins, because I love my position that I have on these coins and I just want to get more. And then I also have my main, or the other part of my stack, is just trading up. It's basically cash, and we're doing the opposite side of the trade for most of it. So we're in cash right now, and when it goes down, we'll buy back in and ride it up. And we're just trying to create more Bitcoin, more cash, like constantly. Bitcoin, more cash. So I have two different types of trades and two different types of philosophies running here. So if it seems confusing about my Veritasium trades or my Theta or whatever, those trades, I don't care if they go down to zero and then bounce back up again. That's fine. I'm just trying to acquire more coins in that, and they're not my focus of my trade. My focus has always kind of been either Bitcoin, Litecoin, and USD. So I focus on those trades to try to build the Bitcoin USD stack even bigger. And I have played against the BTC LTC chart back and forth. which is also a really great way to trade also. So you can acquire, if you know what you're doing and the market's kind of quiet, you can trade in that, and it's kind of a safe environment. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so we're just basically going to talk today about Bitcoin. Bitcoin doing a big sell off. I have nothing, zero, nada on the Ichimoku that is telling me that we should be bullish. We are below the Tekkensen. Some of these colors are a little bit changed up, but yes, we're below the Tekkensen. We're below the Kaijun. There's the cloud right there. It's real thin. It's getting thinned out. Nothing at this point on the 1 hour chart is saying to get in. Let's move into the 4 hour. Again, we're below the Kaijun and Tekkensen. And on the day chart that we usually look at, nothing here. The red candle is absolutely smoking this this part of the Ichimoku and is just leaving it in the dust. So we will see. Yeah, we should get a bounce here soon. Actually, earlier I was kind of looking in down here, but I've been hesitant. Maybe I'm waiting for a market sideways. I'm not sure. I think really you should be trading in on these. If you're a day trader and you're looking at dailies, I would not be touching this yet. If you are playing like smaller 15-minute moves, yeah, there's probably some really great bounce opportunities down here. But for your guys that are just looking at this, checking in every day, stay out, stay in cash. You don't have clear buy signals yet either. You never really had one down here. Your time to sell was, probably back here somewhere for real, because we attempted to go into the Kumo cloud. We got a death cross, and from that death cross, it has been real nasty all the way down. So, yeah. Okay. Well, it looks to me like our target has been reached at 4,800, and that was always my target. It's based on a Fibonacci, and we can go into that real quick on how I came up with that number. Let's squish this up, get rid of everything else, so you can kind of see the method to my madness here. Oh, I'm just cluttering everything. There we go. Oh, okay. And this is BTC USD on Coinbase. I'm going to get out of the logarithmic and go into a standard chart here. There you go. That's much better. We're at this area of support and resistance, but it's also tied in with a Fibonacci number. Let's pull that down, shall we? Right here. So if you pull it down to right, so over here, you see that? How we have this nice top. We pull back, it topped again, came down, and then it ran up and came down, and that area of resistance here and here now became the support level for that, and it bounced. So when I look at this chart and this run up, this was the last pullback that we had. It pulled back here, and then it basically ran really hard up to the top. And then we've been playing, this is our top and this is our bottom where we ran from. So that's how I pulled the Fibonacci numbers. So what I was thinking in my mind was that this Fibonacci, let's pull this up. Okay, it looks like I have everything set on here. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, yeah, so everything's set on there. Let's pull this back up. Okay. A lot of times on real nasty stuff, if it doesn't go to 0, you'll get, I'm going to use yellow here. If you split the difference between the 236 and 0, right in the middle, you would say it's right about there, okay? And that happens to line up with that purple line of support. Now, that purple line of support was also brought in by the volume profile. Actually, I don't have it on here right now, so let's pull it up. I want to show it to you. You got to see how I'm coming up with these. There you go. And you understand the Fibonacci, so I'm going to pull that out of there. It's basically the middle between those two, and we can get a real nice bounce off of that. Let's get this out of here. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're using our visible range. Let's get it nice and widened out here. Oh, I like that. Okay. So if you leave this area right here, which is obviously a lot of support, right? It's this bump right here, okay? And then you go down, 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 and then wham, you hit right in there. Now what I'm going to do is get rid of some of that extra and pull it out to here. Where'd I go? There you go. All right. So, yeah. This is your first resistance, of support. It starts to build up to support here, and it starts to come down, and then you start resistance and support there. So, I just wrote that in there as, hey, this could be a place where we stop. But I also put the line down below. So that's how I come up with it. You automatically start charting these other things, and it all kind of starts to develop a picture, and you say, oh, I get it. Okay, I get it now. All right, it makes sense. It really does. So let's get this one out of here. And we'll go back to our naked chart. So what can it do here? Is this market still volatile, or is it going to go in hibernation? So when I look at, this came up and pulled back, and it immediately started to go bull again. And then we had a nice little bear market here, which was very short. And then we went bull again. But this was like a supernova, right? It ran up super high, and now we need a super cool off, I'm assuming. Because up until that point, this was like supernova here. And then we started getting a cool off period. And then it took a long time to build it back up. And we trended sideways for so long before we went, supernova again. And the same thing happened here, where we went real bullish, came down, and it took a long time to go supernova again. So that was from June 2016. This top is January 2017. That's, only 6 months. That's not too bad. That's like not a bad span here for the bear market. And if you look at the top here, December, you would say, well, we got our top in December. Let's go 6 months. So we'll go into June, right? June was dead. So are we measuring timelines? Like every 6 months we'll have some sort of, pop? Or does the cool off period equal, and this is my theory, the height, does the cool off period equal the height of the run? So if your run up is super high, then your cool off period, it would be like measuring from here to here, and then lay it down, and then multiply it how many times you got to get till the next bull run. It's something like that. So if you were to take this line and lay it down, right, this height, lay it down, and then multiply that out, boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just a theory. I don't know. Don't get crazy on me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just spitballing some ideas. But that would be when we would truly start to adopt it, when regulation is here. I don't want regulation, but I'm afraid that it will be here, and it'll ruin the space. Also, too, we have so many startup companies through ICO. I'm gonna cheers to you guys. I'm gonna get some coffee real quick while we're talking. There's also some of that. So many ICOs are gonna have to be, taken down, because they're terrible. Right? They're just spammers, or they're just trying to. There's our Bitcoin on the 5-minute giving a nice little bounce. So yeah, my instincts were correct. We were going to get a bounce, but I'm not trading the 5-minute. This is still within the trend channel, and it would be time probably to get out. But there is money to be made here. You go from 46 all the way up to almost 48. That's a $200 swing with one Bitcoin. That's awesome. Like, it's a great space to try to make money in if you know what you're doing. But I personally am trading the 4-hour chart with Bitcoin and leaving alone all the other stuff. I do talk mainly on this channel about the day chart because it's consistent with the timeline when we check in. Every day we check in, and I just want to be consistent. But for me personally as a trader, I'm missing a lot of action in from here to here. So yesterday we had a little green. You would assume that we were going up, right? But you miss a lot of action until you zoom in a little sooner and you say, oh, wait a minute, I started seeing sell-off, 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 sell-off. Now we have a trend. It's going to go down. We have momentum. The snowball, as it rolls down the hill, is getting bigger and bigger and harder to slow down. So that is what you can see on a 4-hour chart. But if you just check in on the day, you go, where did that come from? Like, what happened here? Where's my, as I look at what is that? There you go. Coin market cap, 161 billion. I say, where's the 21 billion that I lost from yesterday? Where'd it go? That's just one swoop of a candle. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have here. It's still not a time to buy. The dust has got to settle. I would be watching this market on a, if you trade the one day, that's awesome. Like, you trade whatever works for you. There is no good, there is no bad. It's just what works for traders. So, but be consistent in your trade. Be consistent in having a plan your trade, execute it, and move on, and have set guidelines for yourself. That way you don't deviate from that. You have to have certain trading rules. Alrighty, so the 4-hour chart, I'm going to leave you with this. It's going down. No sign of clear reversal yet. We are getting a bounce, but I have to see a little bit more. I need another candle, hopefully about the same height as this one here, but on the other side in green. I would probably be jumping in if some of my other indicators had said that. But otherwise, don't be in this market just yet. The current price right now is 4,790, so almost 4,800. And good good luck, everybody, if you're trading out there. If you want to look at a certain other specific coin later, please comment in the section below. And yeah, I'd be happy to go over it with you. All right, talk to you soon. See ya. I'm out.